Bro, Hollywood P reacts.
What's good, YouTube? It's your dude Hollywood P, back again for another video. Now, as always, folks, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Also turn on your post notifications so that you stay up to date with all of my latest uploads. All right, guys, we're back once again, and today we are going to be discussing something that you guys have been bombarding my comment section, my messages about this whole DDG and India Love situation. You guys want to know what is really going on. Why is DDG seeming like he's not really claiming India Love? Why does it seem like he's not really invested in this whole relationship when it's clear as day? It's in our face. It's Moodia. Well, today we're going to discuss it, and I think I may have an answer for you guys. So, as we know, or most of you guys will know, DDG and India Love are currently doing a marathon for It Takes Two, the video game. And India Love, of course, spent the night. They ate, steak dinners from a high-end restaurant last night. And they woke up this morning. They went off stream for a little bit to get, cleaned up or whatever. And now they're back and they're locked in on the game. Now, India Love did make a statement this morning when she first woke up and got on stream. She said that she's not in a good mood right now. She's been constantly on her phone, texting somebody back and forth, so could be anything. India Love also is very busy. As you know, she's been traveling from New York to Vegas and all these other places, doing little bookings. She's been booked for like a poker thing with a casino. She's been in, New York and other places. She's been she's doing a lot of even Atlanta. She's been doing a lot of club appearances, hostings and stuff like that. So she's booked and busy. And I think that's kind of weighing down on her streaming world because she hasn't really been streaming as much because she's been so booked and busy. And also, if you guys didn't know, her and her sister Crystal did have a falling out. So I don't know if they're on speaking terms yet or anything, but India Love was kind of trolling her, saying that she was looking pregnant or something on stream when she had her, she was trying to blow up the Westbrooks, I guess their streaming channel, and she said something to Crystal about her looking like she's pregnant or something. And since then, it's been a no-go for their relationship. Crystal pretty much said, "Maybe I don't want nothing more to do with you." You know what I'm saying? So she's going through that, so she's kind of stressed about that, and also she's got probably some business stuff going on as well. Congrats to her as well. She also just currently bought a Maybach, I think a SUV, the Maybach SUV. So shouts out to India Love. Now let's talk about this relationship. Now, far as the relationship goes, DDG and India Love are like the match made in heaven. This is who everybody sees. DDG should have chose her versus choosing Holly Bailey. Things just happen sometimes. You fall in love with people and it's not a match. You make a mistake and you make a baby and there it is. You got to live with it. You got to deal with it. But then soon after that, you might find a woman that you really were supposed to be with the whole time. And for everybody, all the fans, including myself, that's locked in on the parasocials, we see DDG and India Love. We call them Moodia. And to me, I just feel like they're the perfect match. They're the same. Like I said on multiple videos, DDG and India Love seem like they belong together. They feed off each other's energy well. They love jewelry. They love cars. They love the limelight. They love everything. They're like a power couple for the young people. You know what I mean? They're like, the new Beyonce and Jay-Z. Let's not go that far, but you get what I'm saying. They're like they just look great together. They mesh well. They feed off each other's energy. We love them. All right. So now everybody wants to know why DDG hasn't pushed his aura on her more and locked her down. Well, the reason being is because DDG has to focus on content because that's what pays his bills. As you know, he's got a new home, allegedly in the Hollywood area somewhere. He's got that home that his mother stays in with George. That's a home, He's got a lot of bills because, as you know, his mother does not work. You know what I mean? He pays the bills. Between him and his brother, they pay the bills. You know what I mean? I think TT kind of holds her own with her apartment and Aries and everything. But when it comes to taking care of them bills, DDG has to work. And his content that does well is girl content. So he can't necessarily just lock down India Love and mess up the bag because he's got bills. You know what I mean? And if you ask him, he'll tell you the same thing. But does he love India Love? Does he have a relationship with India Love? Absolutely. Are they sexual with each other? I'm sure they are. You know what I mean? It's not like rocket science. He's buying her chains. He's keeping her around. You know, whatever she needs, he's got her. That's his girl. You know what I'm saying? Just like we look at Jay Cinco and Lala, that's Jay's girl. You know what I'm saying? That's Cinco's girl, right? Then we got Deshae Frost and his new little tatted bae, aka Kayla. That's his girl. These guys are finding love within the entertainment world. You understand what I'm saying? Yes, he does streams, but as you know, when he does streams, if it goes too far, he always has to say, hey man, I got a life outside this, because India does get on his head. So if you're thinking that DDG and India Love are not locked in outside of this, you know, whole Moodia parasocial world, you got another thing coming. She's attracted to him. He's attracted to her. It is what it is. Right now, the main reason that I want to tell you guys why they don't, you know, go all the way in and just go crazy, like, you know, how DDG was with Ruby Rose and Halle Bailey, and we knew they were a couple because of the court system. He don't want anything to be, you know, looked at or have India in the paperwork or anything like that. But that's the reason, allegedly, that India Love unfollowed Halle Bailey. You know what I'm saying? Because what does it look like she following pretty much the op? You know, they're beefing right now. They got a custody battle dispute. There's allegations of abuse. Why would she be following her when, you know, that's her, when DDG is her guy? Even when Jordan Lucas was teasing DDG about something, India Love's like, listen now, well, you my friend, but don't talk about Moo. You know, that's my man, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? So there is something there, guys. There is a relationship there, but they just can't be public with it on the internet. But there is a relationship there, guys. They can't, you know, just come out with it because of the way it looks to the public. They won't, you know, DDG has to sell this image that he's kind of like a playboy out here doing his thing on the yachts and the girls and everything, but he's not necessarily doing anything. When the girl went to his room and checked on him on the yacht, he was by himself. India Love watches DDG just like you guys watch music videos and watch TikTok videos. She's locked in on DDG, so she sees what he's doing every moment. You know what I'm saying? Even though she's out doing what she do, she makes sure it's broadcasted. Even though they have an open relationship, allegedly, she still checks up and makes sure DDG know where home is. If you look at certain things that she says, she always says that DDG, she say, oh, y'all can play that, but you know what the real is. Leave hints, but she never goes out and just says it. But we know what's up. You know what I'm saying? We know DDG and India Love are secretly in a relationship. It is what it is. Even Dub said it. There's nobody else around. Just like we know Cinco and Lala in a relationship. We know, we see it. We not blind. We know what's up. And plus, there's no other woman would come around DDG with this type of energy from another woman all around him. I mean, India Love's comfortable. She walks around this house. DDG doesn't go walking behind her to see if she's stealing something. Like, she's comfortable. Trust me, she's been here before. But anyway, guys, I am going to end the video here. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Also, turn on your post notifications. And as always, folks, as always, holla back at your boy. Peace.
Every second, every minute,